Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Anderson, and today we're going to be running through a brief introduction of version 6 of Customer Focused Enterprise. You may know this as PromoServe. If you have any questions at all throughout the course of this webinar, please use the questions box on the GoToWebinar panel, and I will go through those at the end. So what I'm going to do today is just give you a brief run through of some of the new features that we have on this release of the software. This release is actually ready to go right now. So if you're wanting to upgrade to this version, if you just want to email support@customerfocus.com, we can get you booked in for an upgrade. So what we have done over the last couple of months is completely upgrade the software that we use to run Customer Focused Enterprise. So we have upgraded, in effect, the tables on the back of the system to the very latest version. It allows us to do a number of new features which we're going to be releasing over the next few months. We have a few new features which I'm going to show you today. We have also done a bit of a redesign of the system. We have a lot of new icons and things like that, which I'm going to show you also. So hopefully you can all hear me okay and see my screen. If anyone's having any problems, again, go for the questions bar on the GoToMeeting panel, and I will try and make sure I can correct that. So first of all, I'm going to log into this version 6 Customer Focused Enterprise. Looks pretty similar at a first glance from what you've seen before. But if we go into some of the routines, you'll see we have all new icons for the system. Now I've put a hover over on every one of these icons, so if you're not sure what they do, you can always hover over and it will tell you exactly what each icon does within the system. We have been through every screen in the system and tidied everything up and added these new icons in. So again, if you have any questions at all, by all means, give support a call and they will be happy to run through with you if you can't find how to close something or anything like that. We have done this throughout the whole system. So, for example, from within the customer database, again, we have all new icons. We've cleaned everything up for you, so it should be nice and easy for you to use. We have also added in a few new features, which we will be sending out all of the help guides for this week, and we can go through each of those. So we'll take a look first of all at our new contacts split screen from within the system. Now, on the previous version, if you wanted to come in and see all the details for your particular contact, then you had to open up each contact record and view the details. We've now got a split screen so that you can easily see the contact information straight from within the contacts tab in the customer database. Same is true for prospects and suppliers. We also have our LinkedIn integration. So if you want to add in your customers' LinkedIn IDs and be able to view their LinkedIn profile straight from within the system, you can just click on this LinkedIn icon and that'll take you to your LinkedIn account and allow you to connect with your customers on LinkedIn. If you're not already connected with your customers on LinkedIn, we will try and find the customer for you on LinkedIn based on their name, email address, the company they work for. We'll try and find that contact for you. We're trying to build in here more and more integration with the system and social media. So LinkedIn's the first one we've gone for. We will be adding in more as we go. So we're looking at a Facebook integration, a Twitter integration, that kind of stuff also. We also have a brand new feature from within the customer database. This little plus sign right here allows me to add in notes for a customer that pop up every time we put a quote on the system or we put an order on the system. So thinking here is, if it's something that you want your salespeople to see every time they do a quote or an order, then this text right here that you can add in will pop up when you place a quote for the order. So you see here I've put test quotation text and test order text. So I'll show you how that works. So I'm just going to pop on a quote for this particular customer. I'm going to hit the plus to add a new quote. And you'll see that as soon as I pop in that customer's account number, this test quotation text, the bit that we'd added into the customer database, pops up. Now that can be useful if, for example, the customer that I'm dealing with needs approval from a specific person for any quotes or orders that are placed, or if you want to put a note on here to say that, for example, your customer's logo is complicated and may not be printable on all products, anything that might help your salespeople get to a sale quicker. So something that you want your salespeople to see when they're placing a quote for this customer. Maybe that you're having issues with the customer financially and you don't want to process any more orders for them. Anything like that, that's what this text is there for. You can obviously hit continue down at the bottom here, and then it'll allow you to place the quote as normal. The same is true from within sales orders. Again, I can hit the plus to add a sales order down here. And it's going to pop my test order text this time. And again, using that to give your salespeople the tools that they need to process orders as quickly as possible. One of the other new features in this version is the ability to design documents on the fly. So we have this little document designer. This allows you to customize documents for your particular customers. So as you can see here, it will pop up our default sales order template. If, for example, I want to change the font and the size of the text, I can do that. I can also move around by dragging and dropping. I can choose to hide lines on my documents if I don't want this grid on here. I can choose to hide lines on there. And if I want to completely remove parts of the document that I don't want, so for example, if I wanted to remove a particular line, I can choose to hide it from within the system. I can choose to make text bold if I want to and highlight specific areas that I think are important. So we have plenty of options here to allow you to customize your documents and make them more personal to you. And again, if you've got any questions on this, our support team will be more than happy to help you go through any of these new features with you. One of the main things that you'll notice when you upgrade to the new version is we have been through and optimized as many areas of the system as we can. So the system should run a lot more quickly for you, a lot more smoothly. So again, we are looking to improve the system all the time, and we will be adding in new features over the coming months. We are working currently on a full integration with Gmail and Office 365, which is due for release in the next week or so. And that will allow things like being able to do a print run of invoices through Outlook. So that's just in the final stages of testing at the moment, and we're due to release that in the next couple of weeks. We're also looking to do a number of integrations with products like DocuSign. So if you're wanting to send contracts out to customers, we're doing a full integration with DocuSign. It's what we use if we are sending out sales contracts to you guys so that I can electronically sign a document. We're also working with a number of integrations with some of the new accounts packages such as Stripe that are out there right now as well, so that you can automatically send invoices and a link to receive payment for them direct from the system. We are working on a number of new features and we will be continually adding. I am going to be doing these webinars not only on new features that we add, but also on existing features that people may not be aware of or may not be using. So if there's anything that you want us to take a look at within the system, by all means, again, if there's something that the system doesn't do that you want it to, get in touch with us. Either email myself directly, that's tim.anderson@customerfocus.com, or email the support guys and we'll be happy to add those things to the roadmap and consider them for future development within the system. We've got a question in the chat right here, so I'm just going to check that. Can sales invoices be exported to Xero accounting software? Yes, we're working on that right now. So we're working with Xero currently on the integration. One of the main things we wanted to do was get the software upgraded up to this latest package. It makes the integration with things like Xero a lot easier for us to do. So we are working on that right now. And like I say, all being well, we'll be getting that released. I'll be doing another large release with a few new features. I'm aiming for the start of December. So you can get upgraded now, and then we can do another upgrade in December. Upgrades are going to be available from the downloads tab on customerfocushelp.com. And we're also updating all these help sheets currently to go along with this new version, so that if you're looking for help, what you see on your computer is going to be what you see on the help site. Transaction Office part of the system. One of the things that I would say, we have updated quite a few bits of the Transaction Office part of the system. You can also now use that routine through the quotes, sales orders part of the system too. So if you'd like to arrange a demo to go through that part of the system, by all means, let me know and I can give you a call and go through that specific area of the system with you. I would recommend using the quotes and sales orders rather than the transaction side of the system. It gives you a lot more features and allows you to do a lot more from within the system, things like automation and that kind of stuff. So by all means, let me know and I can get myself or one of the team to arrange a demo for you to go through that. Anyway, just to review what we've been through today. So when we upgrade you to version 6 and your users log in, the first thing they're going to see is our new layout. So in every part of the system, we've replaced the old outdated looking icons with new icons, look a bit better, and we've cleaned up the screens to try and make the system look a bit nicer for you day to day. We have optimized the system, so when you load up a screen, it should load up instantly. We have added in some of our new routines, such as our customer-specific notes and for quotes and sales orders. Again, as a tool to help your salespeople get to a sale as quickly as possible. Now, if you don't put anything in here, nothing's going to pop up, and you can see who's last updated each one of these quotes and order text from within the system. If you delete out the quote or order text and save, it'll stop the pop-up box from popping up. You're not going to get a pop-up with a blank in it and no information. We have also put in, just to show you, some standard text routines into here, so that if you wanted the same thing to pop up on every quote or every order, we can do that too for every customer. We've popped in the LinkedIn integration also, this contact profile tab from within here. And you'll see if you were logged into LinkedIn, I'm not logged in on this machine, but as you can see, it's going to find the person who's closest to you in the profile. And we have done the document designer, not just on quotes, on orders, but on purchase orders, dispatch notes, and as many of the different documents as we can think of, so that you can design and customize your own documents, use your own fonts on them, personalize them to you. Like I say, if this is something that you want us to go through with you, we're more than happy to do so. Just let us know at support@customerfocus.com or email me direct, tim.anderson@customerfocus.com. We'll be happy to arrange a call for you. So that about sums up this brief introduction to version 6 and some of the new features that are on the way for you. I'd say we will be adding to this and doing these webinars. They'll always be recorded too, and we'll have a section up on the help site for you so that you can go back and reference them at any time. If you're not already following myself or Customer Focus on social media, I'd recommend doing that as well. We post everything that we're going to do up on social media and in things like the PPD magazine and stuff like that too. But if you, like I say, if you follow me on social media, you shouldn't miss a thing when it comes to these webinars, the new help sheets, the new videos that we're adding to the help site also. I really like to thank everyone for taking the time out of the day to join this webinar. And like I say, if you want a follow-up call or anything like that, just let us know and we can get that booked in for you. Hope this was useful, and thanks a lot for taking the time out of your day to come along and join it.